The Score, the place for local sports, now presents another live local broadcast of high school sports. No one does more live local play-by-play than The Score does. Local Sports on The Score is brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone & Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Connected Credit Union, building lifelong relationships. Get connected, stay connected. KVFCU, invested in you. Skowhegan Savings Bank, making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Tire Center, they beat any price. Route 201 Skowhegan. Flagship Cinemas, a better cinema experience. See you at the movies. KMD Driving School in Oakland, teaching your kids to drive for over 25 years. SBS Carbon Copy, Main Street, Waterville, where printing is personal, not puzzling. Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt. Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Computer Improvements in Skowhegan. From sales of computers and accessories to service, we are your go-to computer store. Heights Chevrolet in Skowhegan. Our family is here for your family. Your team from your town plays here. Now with a play-by-play, here's Mike Violet and A.J. Knight.
Good evening tonight from the David Martin Athletic Complex here at Lawrence High School in Fairfield. It's girls high school soccer tonight as the Lawrence Bulldogs host the Winslow Black Raiders. Welcome to our broadcast. He's A.J. Knight. I'm Mike Violet. Chaz Wing is on camera tonight. Mrs. Ashley Knight is running our computer graphics on the computer over there. And we've got a big-time matchup here. It's the 7-10 matchup. There's a lot on the line here tonight. Winslow's the 7. Right now, Lawrence is the 10. They played all the way back on September 17th, and Winslow shut them out 4-0.
Yeah, I mean, we've been, you and I, yesterday doing some Class B North field hockey and talking about how tough it is. Iron sharpens iron in that region specifically, and I think we need to put some respect on Class B North girls soccer.
You're not going to pull a Will Smith on me here, are you, or something like that? Okay.
These two teams have combined for 17 wins, and like you said, they're 7-10 seed.
That's right. The conversation that we have so much about throwing a blanket over these teams and iron, sharpens iron and all that stuff, the same holds true in Class B North girls soccer. Madomic Valley's won. They're 11-2. Herman's got a 12-2 record, good for 2. Erskine Academy is number 3, 9-3-1. Oceanside 9-2-2. Ellsworth's over 500 at 5, 7-4-2. John Baptist is 10-4. That's good for number 6.
10-4.
Number 7 is these Winslow Black Raiders, who are 9-3-1.
9-3-1.
Gardner is the 8th seed right now at 8-4. They're 8-4, and they're number 8. Old Town's over 500 too. They're 8-6. They're the 9. And Lawrence is 8-4-1. They're the last team over 500. And they're number 10. So that shows you just how difficult it is to play day-to-day, night-to-night in girls Class B North soccer.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the visiting Winslow Black Raiders specifically, they're 9-3-1, like you said. 2 of those losses are to the number 3 team, Erskine Academy, 4-1 and 3-1. And that has knocked them all the way down to 7. I tell you, though, as well, Mike, these teams have really been playing well. And, again, talk about 8-4-1, 9-3-1, 7-10 seed matchup, which means in a expanded outside, 8 seed bracket. This is a matchup. This could be a repeat matchup.
Yeah, Lawrence in their last 4, a couple of wins, a loss, and a tie. They had a win before that as well against the Coney Rams, so certainly playing some pretty good soccer right now. That was Winslow, by the way, and that was Lawrence. I'm sorry, I got my signals crossed there. And for the Lawrence Bulldogs, Winslow Black Raiders, I should say. Let me get it straight here. They've won 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row, and 5 of their last 6, and included in that is a 4-0 shutout over a pretty good Waterville team.
Yeah.
So they've won. They beat Mount View twice, 7-2, 3-0. They've beaten a good Levitt team 4-0. Beat Waterville again 5-2. So they're playing really well over there in Winslow.
Yeah, Winslow started out the season 0-2-1, I believe, and since then has 0-2-1, and obviously they're 9-3-1 on the season. That means they're 9-1 since, and in that stretch, 41 goals scored, 9 goals given up in the last 10.
And we saw them, one of those games that they won, and we saw the Meek sisters, Kiri and Amira, and what they can do on a soccer field. They are blessed, both of them, with tremendous speed, great ball skills, and both of them can shoot a soccer ball from a distance and put it right where they want it to, and that is ultra dangerous. So Zoe Hutchins is going to have to be on her toes here today because those two girls, the Meek sisters, can score from 30, 40 yards away.
Yeah, well, especially, too, is you exchanged discussions with both coaches ahead of time, but the philosophy of Winslow's offense also puts the Lawrence defense and specifically goaltending in a tough position because the way they like to get those stretch passes and kind of generate the fast break offense, whereas Lawrence, you're going to see a little bit more possession, moving the ball around, and all of that. And so I think their offensive style gives them an opportunity to maybe slow down Winslow, but yeah, you're going to have to be on your toes because the way Winslow likes to play is fast break, which means there's just going to be limited defenders between you and goal scorers.
Ryan Mountain, the Lawrence coach, told me today we're a team that likes to gain possession, use the wings on the offensive attacks. We share the ball well. We've had quite a few girls score this season, so they'll definitely like to try and get the best possible shot. He knows that Winslow likes to get the ball over the top of a defense, send it to their strikers, hope to beat a defense with their speed, which they are loaded with, and we need to capitalize on our opportunities, he said, and finished up. And with the usual, we've got to play some solid defense, and that goes, without saying tonight. You've definitely got to play good defense when you play Winslow, and you have got to keep your eyes peeled all the time for Mira Meek, number 14, Kiri Meek, number 18. We have seen them take teams apart in the 2 years that we have seen Winslow play soccer.
And again, Winslow started 0-2-1. They're 9-3-1 on the season, so they're 9-1 over the last 10 games, over 40 goals scored, less than 10 goals given up, which of course the ratio 4-1, less than 1 in those 10 games. On the other side, Lawrence very rarely gets blown out. Only 2 of their losses were by more than a goal. So they play close games, and so it's kind of interesting. Lawrence kind of plays those closer games and keeps it close, or they play maybe inferior teams and crush them, whereas Winslow, especially again over this last stretch, has really just been get up and down the field on teams. So will Lawrence be able to possess the ball and just keep the Winslow offense out of the offensive zone?
It is senior night tonight here in Fairfield. The Lawrence seniors are being introduced and honored on the field as we sit here with our pregame show. They are Zoe Ward, a senior midfielder, Kylie Delisle, a senior forward, also Ella Minahan, a senior midfielder, Bianca Wright, a senior defender, that is, Taylor Pellerin, senior captain. She is a midfielder, and Zoe Hutchins, the goalkeeper. And also Haley Woods being honored tonight before this game as well. As you see the pictures being taken.
Coach Peller, just in time.
Yeah, there you go. Coach Peller out there with
He's all over the place.
With his daughter Taylor. And, of course, his son is going both ways, if you will, by playing both soccer and football.
Oh, that's right. We talked about that. Well, I was going to say matches his dad.
A pretty comfortable night here with a bit of a breeze. Temperature, about 57 degrees as we sit here right now. So we'll take a timeout. We will come back with soccer. Lawrence and Winslow. It's a certified big game late in the season between these two longtime rivals, and we've got it for you next on The Score.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher,
an HVAC technician,
pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect,
physical therapist,
I'm going to be a lawyer,
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor,
a machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer,
an athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
At Hite Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Hite Chevy. Hite Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Hite family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a biweekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
For the safety of you and your family, 201 Tire Battery and Service on Riverside Drive in Vassalboro offers only the best and most reliable tires and batteries, including used batteries for your ride, cars, motorcycles, and more. And tires for everything. Tractors, lawnmowers, your car and truck, custom rims? Yup, of course. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 until 5, Friday till 3. Pet friendly with free battery testing and complimentary ice cream. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta Vassalboro line.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost. And for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades. And Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts. So your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack-of-all-trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder, or a farmer, or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. 'Cause every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
Refi your ride at Connected Credit Union. Lower your current rate by as much as 1.5% and earn up to $300 cash back when you refinance your auto or recreational loan with us. This offer ends November 15th. Contact our loan team today for your best deal or apply online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA. Member eligibility required. Consult with a loan officer for more information.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, our score crew back here live as the sun sets over in the west over there. And we get ready for girls high school soccer. Yes, Chaz will get a shot of that as it sets gently over the scoreboard. That says 40 minutes. Here come the Winslow Black Raiders on the field. Running over to the near side. One last lap there. They've been watching the senior ceremonies here for the last 15 minutes, so stretch it back out again. Tonight's game presented to you by Central Maine Community College, more than just a community college, with over 40 academic degrees and certificates, one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now at CMCC.
CMCC, one of our biggest fans, specifically just for recruiting measures. So I'm sure this matchup, actually, I could be wrong. I'd have to go back and check the vault, which, of course, anything we've ever covered all the way back to spring of 2023 when we started our video streaming, you can watch. But I feel like it was Lawrence. I know it was Winslow. I thought it was Lawrence Winslow late last year, and they were playing for a playoff spot in the game that we had.
The CMCC women's soccer team played the New Hampshire Technical Institute yesterday in a game that decided seeding in the Yankees Small College Conference. They played to a 2-2 tie, so that means NHTI got the number one seed. But still, I had Rob Rodriguez on Mustang Monday yesterday, and we were talking about that. So still congrats to the CMCC Mustangs women's soccer team. A 2 seed is okay. And they roll into the postseason as the 2 seed.
You tie the 1 seed, you got to feel good about your chances. Just take care of business and get them the last time, the one that matters most.
All right, the Winslow Black Raiders will go from left to right as we look at it, and the Lawrence Bulldogs will go from right to left.
Yeah, a story you and I didn't talk about, which, sorry, I got to do it to you. But she's a great player, but she's absolutely one of your favorite athletes, and she's a great athlete. We still have yet to talk about Madeline Provost.
Maddie Provost, I'm looking forward to seeing her play soccer for the first time. I've never seen her play soccer. She did not play her first 2 years of high school, but when you see Maddie Provost play basketball, you can just tell that she is an athlete.
100%.
And so here she is out here wearing number 13. She's a midfielder, So we'll keep our eyes on her. Obviously, Lawrence is in the blue and Winslow is in the white. And that's one of the Meek sisters over there in the middle, Zoe Ward, controlled for Lawrence. And the Bulldogs have an opportunity here. Bella Lubier in goal. The shot comes on, and a bouncer, and Lubier has to come out and make a move on it. So Lawrence immediately with a shot on goal.
That was a heck of a play there, especially Provost trailing right there. Nice job, but a good knockdown by Lubier to save that one.
All right, midfield, Devaney Kimball gets control, fires it, it's blocked. Now ahead, one of the Meek sisters, I can't see the number. I think it is Kiri, and coming out of the net there to stop the ball anyway was Zoe Hutchins. Yeah, that was Kiri, 18. Kiri is the older of the two. She's the senior midi.
And that's such Hutchins' nice play, not technically a save, but anytime you could take it away from a Meek, good call.
Yes. You get it away from a Meek, you've done a good thing. Midfield, Elena Rio, this goes all the way back, and out of the net is Lubier, and Lubier blasts it away. Back past midfield, it's Alex Young for Lawrence, getting it up to midfield. Now Kaylee Pappas over on the far side for Lawrence. Sage Dougal over there goes out of bounds, though. A throw in here for the Winslow Black Raiders. No score, just underway here. About a minute and 40 seconds in. On a nice clear night in Fairfield. Game time temperature 58 degrees under clear skies. Good night to play.
I've really been spoiled by the weather this week.
It has been fantastic. I guess we've got one more warm day tomorrow, and then we're back to what one would consider a normal fall weather pattern. All the way back in the zone, back to get it, is Taylor Hatt. All the way down on the corner over there. Don't want to get hemmed in. Makes a nice move and clears it up the sideline. Good job there by Taylor Hatt. Now nicely to the middle to Ward, and a good breakout here by Lawrence. Can they keep it going? Ahead to Kylie Delisle. Delisle left it, and it is slammed in by Ward. No, it's out.
And I think Lawrence is, despite the fact early in the season, Winslow got Lawrence 4-0. But I think Lawrence's offensive style is perfectly suited to play keep away from the Winslow offense.
It is. All right, here's a throw in. Comes down to Lawrence's Zoe Ward. Ward down the right side. However, sealing the play off there was Emily Dagnault. Throw in here for Lawrence. Pass into Delisle. Delisle centers. In front, Ward left it there. The pass is blocked. Running it down near side is Provost. Maddie Provost kicked it back outside, but it's intercepted by Winslow. Up the right side to Leak. Leak splits a double team. Runs away from the pressure, but she was blindsided there by Ward, and Ward able to get it ahead to Maddie Provost. Provost back to Ward. Now ahead to Provost. Provost kicks it ahead. Provost going to the net. Provost sealed off. Stops again. Makes a great move, fires, and I think that would have missed, but still no chances taken by Bella Lubier. And there you can see the talent of Maddie Provost.
By our angle, that did look wide, but still, you're shooting, you're dangerous. That's the Central Maine sports philosophy.
Exactly. May as well shoot it. You're right there. 4 minutes in. Lawrence has had the better of it offensively so far. Bella Lubier has had to move a little bit. Bulldogs keep the pressure on. Now driven up near the edge of the box. An attempt to clear. That is over to Mira Leak.
Meek. Right? M.
Oh, Meek. Did I say Leak?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mira Meek. And here is Kiri Meek.
Miscommunication. Team was streaking. Didn't think she was going to get the pass.
Now Zoe Ward. Ward to Provost. Provost keeps it going near the corner. Provost. And that is out of bounds there off Winslow. And last touch by Elena Rio. Provost into Ward. Back to Provost. Provost, take it away. Nice defensive play there by Kiri Meek. Meek lost it, though, to Ella Minahan. Now it's blasted out of the zone by Winslow's Kaylin Pappas. But we've got
There was a whistle beforehand.
Okay.
I think contact because Lawrence going to get a free kick here because that was actually well placed. Meek had a chance to run under that, but there was a whistle.
Addison Lee, or check that. That's Taylor Pellerin. Pellerin up, off Minahan. Check that off Ward. Now it's Winslow's ball. Kind of a mishit there. Kept in the zone by Ella Minahan. Now driven out by Winslow. Back to fetch it, Taylor Hatt. Hatt down on the far sideline being defended. Open space to Gallant. Now back. Winslow in possession. Now Hatt clears. Far side, Leah Gallant, number 11 in blue. That is out, or is it? No, it's not. Right on the sideline, saved. It was saved there, and it went right to Mira Meek. In the middle. Winslow looking to generate some offense. Not going to do it there. Cleared and kept in, though, by Winslow. Now over on the near side, it's Carrie Meek. Meek ever dangerous. Blast one, and a one-hop save is made there by Zoe Hutchins.
You talked about pregame, how she's able to blast from out there. Didn't quite get enough. Hutchins able to just easily track that one down. But it's on the foot on 18, and you're past midfield. Be on your toes.
Yeah, I'd be ready for it if I were you, if I'm a goaltender, that's for sure. All right, launch with the ball. They give it away. A blast up, and coming out is Zoe Hutchins, and Hutchins able to snag it. Shank the punt, though. Near side, it's kept in by Provost. Provost laid it back to Ward. Ward up to midfield, blasted right back into the Lawrence zone by Adeline Salinpa. Winslow keeps it in. Kimball, right side, but there for Lawrence, Addison Lee, but Meek beats her to it. Now it's Zoe Ward. Up to Provost. Provost leaned and handled that ball nicely, but she could not keep it in bounds. A throw in looking for Meek. That was Mira. Now Provost. Provost head up, just like she does on the basketball court. Provost scoots it ahead, stops, fakes, goes between the legs there of Eliza Gagnon, and that is out of bounds, and it's out off Provost.
That was a nice recovery by Gagnon. Provost tried to hit the brakes and go by her. Gagnon stuck with it and able to take it away.
Gagnon, a freshman. Stopped there by Taylor Pellerin, driven deep and out of the net comes Bella Lubier. We are just about 8 minutes into the first half. No score.
Winslow, I think, a little bit of a break. Lubier got a late break on that, and Lawrence just didn't challenge, so she kind of just took her time to go pick that up.
All right, Ward, a header. Then she stopped the clearing pass up to Provost. Provost with a lane. She slows down. The stutter step goes on Pappas. Centers off the chest there of Ward. It's loose in front. The shot is wide. Ward in front, and also Kylie Delisle in front, causing some trouble there for Winslow, but they couldn't get a shot on net.
That's a really nice recovery by the Winslow defense because, that, like you said, there's a ton of traffic there in front of the goal. They don't actually officially get a shot in.
All right, here is Kiri Meek to Mira. They get it downfield. Here's Kimball, a race. Devaney Kimball fires, and a save is made by Zoe Hutchins. Winslow really got up the field quickly there and got a good scoring opportunity, and it's blasted out by Hutchins. Good punt.
Again, that's how they like to play. They want to get fast breaks. They want to get up down there, and there's going to be limited defense because of it.
Throw in by Meek. Meek to Kimball. Kimball with a head of speed, head of steam, that is. Kimball stays with it. Kimball, hat right there to body her off the ball. Left-footed shot right on, and a easy save made by Zoe Hutchins. Don't forget, after the game, we'll pick our Flagship Cinemas Score Player of the Game. Flagship Cinemas, consistent pricing and a premium cinema experience on Kennedy Memorial Drive in Waterville. Lawrence clears it in. Zoe Ward, midfield, handles. Ward with speed. Ward slowed down, now to Delisle. Lawrence trying to set it up. Leah Gallant in the middle to nobody in particular. Kaylin Pappas is there. Blasts it out inadvertently out of bounds, and it's going to be Lawrence's ball throw in. Leah Gallant. Gallant into Delisle. Cleared out. That's out. So a throw in here for Lawrence. Just over 10 minutes in, no score. Lawrence has had the better of it offensively. Fired in. Pooched out of there. Lawrence stays on it, though, but now it's Meek. Meek trying to get it up to Kimball, but Hatt is there. Down the far side goes Winslow. Good move to get it to the middle. Looking for Meek. It's intercepted and cleared out. Zoe Ward drives it down. Here's Provost. A foot race, and she can't get to the loose ball. Good job there to seal her off by Elena Rio. Now to Meek. Meek ahead to Kimball. Great feed there. Kimball can't run it down on the far side, though. Meek does. The shot is in! No, it's not in. Everybody else thought it was in, including me. A.J. Knight saw it all the way and waved it off immediately. I thought that was in.
No, you're going to see her in the mid-state machine. It's a replay. A nice pass. Hutchins gets just enough of it, and it catches the post.
Hit the post. So if it had hit inside the post, it was going in. It hit right dead center of that post and bounced out. So the best scoring chance of the night by either team ends up clanging, if you will, off the post.
It was a nice feed that was Page fed Kimball there, and Hutchins got just enough of it to get it over to that post.
She got the right amount of it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, quickly, ball thrown back in. So each team has had its scoring chances. Play at midfield here. Winslow with it. Kaylin Pappas. Over. It's cleared into the zone by Addison Lee. Far side to Lyle trying to get on it. Can't. It's out of bounds. Should be a Lawrence throw-in.
And that's what makes this such an interesting matchup, because offensively, this is the way Lawrence wants to play. But Winslow's fast break means that at any given moment, it takes 10 seconds and they're already down the other way, especially when you've got the Meek sisters.
Ward can't keep it in play. It's going to be Winslow's ball. It's like a free kick.
No, it's a throw-in.
No, it's a throw-in. Okay. Didn't notice that she was.
I think they had subs beforehand. That's why they stopped it, and then they ended up switched throwers.
All right, it's nudged out of bounds again. Winslow will throw it in again. Pass is picked off by Delisle, but Winslow is there to save the day. It was Pappas. Now driven back up by Hatt. Right up near the box. In the middle. To the net. It's Provost as she's beaten to it there by Bella Lubier. As Lubier with a side clear. She slid down and knocked it out of the zone. Provost just couldn't get there in time.
And the hang-up, as you saw in the mid-state machine replay, is a great job by Provost. She's got to wait so she's not offsides, but that split second made all the difference.
Sure did. Here's Hatt back in her own end. So some exciting plays here in the last couple of minutes. Hatt can't clear, kept in by Winslow. Raiders to the middle. Whoop! Meek is all alone. Meek with a shot. Meek scores. That one's in. And Kerry Meek makes it 1-0 Winslow.
Cannot lose track of number 18 if you are at Lawrence. You got to know where she is at all times.
Comes in the
and there's
13th minute.
There's a helper there, Mike. Let me tell you who it is.
13:45 with the time of the goal. 13:45 scored by Kerry Meek.
And helper goes to, I believe it's Neto.
All right, so Eva Neto. Well, here's Provost. Provost trying to go in, and she was sealed off, and the ball was cleared. Provost with a lot of chances. She got tripped up and went down hard, and that's going to go to the Lawrence Bulldogs. Provost jumps right up, ready to throw it in.
I say it's going to be a free
kick.
It's
going to be, okay.
It's essentially a corner kick.
Basically. So Kerry Meek, the goal from Eva Neto. Here's the pass in front, and it's tipped in! No, it's not. Boy, that is so deceptive from here. It is not in, but it's going to end up being a corner kick. So I've called 2 goals tonight that are not goals.
Well, the first one did hit the post. This one, it's nice thread there. Winslow kind of gets caught falling asleep as Delisle almost gets that.
All right, Ward in front, and it's caught by Lubier, and Lubier clears. So Neto getting back to the Meek goal with the assist. 13:45, and it's 1-0 Winslow. You can't leave, as you said, Carrie Meek alone.
You got to know where number 18 is.
You got to know where 18 is. You got to know where 14 is.
Yeah.
They are difference makers.
Double check here. I want to just take a look, as you call this, see if Delisle actually got a shot.
All right, the clear up to midfield, slowed down by Addison Lee. Back to get it is Elena Rio. Rio out of bounds. It's going to go to Lawrence. It'll be Maddie Provost to throw it into Ward. Ward goes right to the net. Ward with a shot. That's going to curl wide. Diving on it is Lubier. She left a tasty rebound, but nobody there in blue. Delisle got to it late.
And that was tailing away, and I don't fault Lubier because you're just being safe, but in not being able to get her hands fully on that, you actually created a good chance we get another corner kick.
Corner kick 2 now for Lawrence. Here it is. Provost in front. She drove it far and wide. And picking it up now is Winslow, but jumping up Taylor Pellerin to keep it alive. Pellerin lost it to Meek. This is Mira. Mira to Carey. Look out. Here come the Meek sisters. Carey makes her move, lays it ahead. There is Mira ahead of the pack, and it's cleared over by Hatt. And Taylor Hatt with great hustle to slow that play down because that looked like trouble. The Meek sisters were rolling. They were both going full bore there. Up to Pellerin. Taylor at midfield, lost it. Winslow right back in with it. Raiders up 1-0 here, 23.5 to go in the first half. Glad you're with us tonight for high school soccer here on The Score.
And a good one, too.
Sure is. Great matchup. The 7-10, but throw that out the window. It's the records of these teams.
Yeah, 9-3-1, 8-4-1.
Right. Nothing to sneeze at. Ward again to Provost. Provost is onside. Kicked it too far ahead, did she? Yes. Lubier with a nice slide kick to clear it. Maddie just a little bit too far ahead. Right side, Delisle tries to catch up to it over there. Check that. That's Sage Dougal, number 7, and it's out of bounds. And Dougal will throw it in. Lawrence looking for the equalizer. They've certainly had plenty of chances.
Yeah, more close calls. The crazy thing, Mike, to this point, it's 5 shots on goal Winslow, 1 for Lawrence. Because they just, again, opportunities like that where you're not getting a shot. You're threatening, but You're not actually finally taking the last kick at it, basically.
And they've had threats. That one is mishit trying to clear it, and that's going to end up being a corner kick. Rolling her eyes there was number 5, Elena Rio, and it's going to be a corner by Kylie Delisle. So this is the 3rd for Lawrence. Delisle up, and Lubier jumps out, makes a deflection, and Tenley Neto was there for Winslow. She couldn't get a foot on it, but it's cleared out anyway by Mira Meek.
And Lubier ran into traffic trying to knock that down. Luckily, knocked it to a teammate as she punched it through.
All right, Meek gets it ahead, stopped by Lawrence. Taylor Hatt is in the middle there. Now the ball loose right near the circle. Winslow trying to keep it in. No, it's cleared out by Zoe Ward. Down the right side, here comes Lawrence. But it's out of bounds. Unable to keep it in there was Dougal, but I believe it was touched by Winslow. Throw in here to Ward. Zoe Ward. Back now to Dougal. Dougal ends up falling down. The ball ends up out of bounds. Ball boy gets Dougal the ball quickly.
By the way, when we do our all-region teams, you best believe we're going to have all-region ball boys and girls. Because we've seen some great ones this season.
The ball boy we had at Winslow.
Moving.
He was something else, man. That guy had the eye of the tiger. He really was. He was as serious as a heart attack about being on every ball and getting the ball into the player for the throw-in or whatever the case may be every single time.
And not to underestimate, Erskine Academy's got some good ones, too.
They did throw in here for Winslow. Into Meek. Meek now to Devaney Kimball. Kimball drives it out over midfield. Look out, there's Carrie Meek. Meek turns on the Jets. Meek down the right side. Meek, a center, a deflection, and it deflected the wrong way. She comes back with it, though. Meek left-footed, a drive right on there, and Hutchins with a save. A left foot, an off foot there for Meek, if there is such a thing for her, and she blasted one.
Dare I say, Mike, Lawrence right there needs to take a lesson from a Winslow soccer player, which is Renton O'Toole. Just kick
Drive
it
out of bounds.
Yeah, just kick it out of bounds.
All right, that ball is out of bounds. Tonight's game is brought to you by Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. By Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, wood stoves, and hardscape products. And by 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. 1-0 Winslow on a goal by Kiri Meek. 19 and a half minutes left in the first half. Lawrence with some pressure. Provost drives it ahead, looking for Minahan. Now it deflects back inside. And there is Bella Lubier. Lubier will drive it away. Good high punt. Meek handles. Kiri Meek. By Pellerin, over midfield. Pooch back in by Lawrence. Now back. Winslow with control now. Midfield for the Black Raiders. Adeline Sullenpa. Down the left side. And that's out of bounds. It'll stay with Winslow.
My favorite thing is on that possession before that Meek ended up getting the shot that Hutchins saved. From Dagnall, you got the Babe Ruth because she told Meek, go long because it's coming. And then she did a great job getting it out there.
Now we got a free kick here. To the middle. Knocked down by Lawrence. Bulldogs drive it out, though. So it'll be a Winslow throw-in.
Mira Meek taking a seat as we see there. Good shot by Chaz.
Well, only one Meek to cover if you're Lawrence. That's good. Two of them is a handful, that's for sure.
Factual.
Midfield, Elena Rio in, driven right back in high by Lawrence. Here's Provost. Provost couldn't knock it down. Provost, can she get it again? No, cleared. Again up to Provost, and that's knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Winslow in the game for the Raiders. Saka Page. Where's number 20? That's Pellerin. Pellerin drove it over far side, and the pass intended over there for Gallant, and that is out off Lawrence.
Interesting right here, Mike. I think you saw it there in the foreground, but having a conversation, Ward and Provost chit-chatting as the ball went to the opposite side of the field. Curious to see what that was about.
Well, trying to get their games on the right track, I guess. Right.
I think there was some confusion on that throw-in, but I'm just kind of curious. I'm actually really impressed. I don't know what Provost's soccer experience was, but like you said, didn't play the first 2 years here at Lawrence. I think she's handled herself very well.
Well, yeah, she didn't play her freshman and sophomore year. We know that, but clearly there's some soccer history there, but she's also a very good natural athlete. Here she is. Here she is. Natty Provost going to the net, slowed down, double team helps, and it's kicked out of there by Saka Page. And that is out of the Renton O'Toole playbook.
Run strong at Winslow. Corner kick, I was just say, one of the things that Maddie adds here specifically on corner kicks with her height, much easier to track her down for a header.
All right, Zoe Ward, the lefty. Provost, and off her knee area and wide.
And that one again, right there, just kind of put it in front of Provost. Couldn't quite track it down and kind of hip checked that and just ended up going wide.
Well, I don't think you had to worry about it anyway with Maddie Provost because she's in shape all year long, but she's going to go into the basketball season in even better shape.
We talked about it, actually, ironically enough, with the Winslow and Waterville boys soccer teams. A lot of the basketball teams actually on both of those teams,
right?
Which I thought was interesting.
All right, midfield, Lawrence looking for the equalizer here. Trailing 1-0 on a goal by Kiri Meek.
And not to take away from this broadcast, but we both know the Lawrence girls basketball revenge season is incoming.
Yes, should be fun. Can't wait. Here's Provost. Little stutter step, makes the move. Goes around. Provost deep, though. Bad angle. Can't get a shot off. Some pushing, some shoving. Provost stays with it. It's taken away by Winslow. Now it's out. And it is Lawrence's ball. Should be a corner kick, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice move there by Provost. But they said kind of ran out of angle, and they just didn't have anybody to go to, and then good defense there.
All right, Zoe Ward tees it up. 15 minutes left first half, 1-0 Winslow. In front, knocked down by Kimball. Saved. Now to Kimball. Kimball blasts it up, but can't get anywhere near out. Minahan jumps into it. Inside the box there to Delisle. Now Taylor Pellerin runs it down. Pellerin turns. Down the right side, trying to go to Delisle. It skips over to Gallant instead. Gallant out of bounds off Gallant.
Ironically enough, I just realized, as you mentioned, a lot of familiar faces from the girls' basketball team. So I'm wondering if they maybe did some swaying, or again, you've I'm sure covered it extensively on the opening drive, but doing something other than specialization is good for you.
Yeah, I mean, Maddie Provost is going to be a D1 college basketball player. We know that for sure. She knows that for sure. Whether she'd say it or not, I'm sure she's way too modest to say it, but she's going to be. And I think she kind of let some of it go a little bit, knowing that she's going to get that scholarship offer or offers. So I think she felt like she could play another sport, and I'm glad she is, because specialization is nice and everything, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. I don't care how good you are in front there. Coming out of the net, Bella Lubier fighting for it there. The net's wide open. If they can get it in front, they do. Lubier dashes back. And that was an opportunity there for Lawrence. They could not take advantage.
That is a mistake by Lubier. You realize Provost has got that. Give up on it and seed the cage.
Absolutely. You got other people there to go out and come out and cover. She gave up way too much net there. Now that one is wide. So the bottom line is I'm glad that Maddie Provost decided to spread her wings and play another sport. It's just better for the soul, I think.
Well, I was going to say, it makes me feel old, but she's a high school kid. Like, this is the fun stuff you get to do, especially when it's your teammates.
You're only going to be 16 years old and a junior in high school once. Look at that nice move. There's a blast that's wide. So I'm just glad she did that.
I agree.
Because she plays a tremendous amount of basketball. I know she plays all summer long with this team and that team and travels extensively. And I'm sure she loves it. I know she does. But I'm glad she's doing this. It's good. And she's a really good soccer player.
Good for your mentality, too, I think, to just be away from that sport for a minute, too.
Yes, I agree. That's off her chest. Goes by Meek, rolls inside the box, cleared out. It's coming right back to Ella Minahan. Minahan, of course, a basketball player, too.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Minahan, Pellerin, obviously.
Yep.
There's a few of them.
That one stolen by Meek. This is Mira. Lawrence has had the better of it here the last 5 minutes or so. We're down to 12-15 to go in the first half. It's 1-0. Look out, Meek. But Taylor or Hatt, was that Hatt? No, that was Leah Gallant who got back into the play, slowed it up.
Yeah. Hutchins thanking her because that was a Meek fast break right there.
Sure was. And Meek fast breaks, no matter which Meek it is fast.
Yes.
It is wicked fast. Here's Mira. Mira down the left sideline. Mira to the middle. Mira shoots, and a save there is made by Zoe Hutchins. Keeping it 1-0.
I mean, good job, Hutchins. Not cut down the angle, but still. Good save.
Zoe Ward, the throw in. Too far for Provost. Sealed off there by Rio, but it's another opportunity here for a throw in for Lawrence. Ward. Slowed by Meek, but it goes to Taylor Pellerin. Pass too deep, and cruising out of the net is Lubier to scoop it up ahead of Maddie Provost.
Impressed with both goalies. I think showing some real seasoning, some heads-up play. Minus that Lubier, I think, overcommitting to getting out of the cage. This last kind of stanza down here.
Yeah, that one adventure with Maddie Provost there was a little bit too much. Other than that, solid. All right, ball rolls by everybody on Lawrence's defense. Still does. And it goes way deep. To the corner, Lawrence sends it. Bulldogs able to keep it in bounds, and now they have an opportunity to work it up.
Nice recovery by the Bulldogs D there.
Yeah, that looked like trouble for a second. Off the head of Minahan. Now to midfield. 1-0 in favor of Winslow on a Kiri Meek goal in the 14th minute. 13th minute. 13:45. See, I'm trying to do the soccer lingo as I catch on a little bit more.
I like it.
You know?
I like it.
I'm a work in progress for sure.
Hey, attempting counts for something. Context matters.
You know, unlike Homer Simpson, who, of course, always advocates never trying, I am trying. All right, that is out on the far side, off Lawrence, under 10 minutes to go.
Hey, real quick, shout out. Luke commented on our YouTube. We're streaming it live, of course. You can get in our comment. Luke is down in Sarasota, Florida.
Sarasota?
Doing Hurricane Milton work deployment and watching. Go Dogs, he says.
All right, Luke. Hey, some props to Luke for being a hero and going down there and helping those poor people in Southwest Florida.
Absolutely.
Sarasota, beautiful area. Spent a lot of time down there. So, Luke, good job.
Yeah.
Good job, and good to hear from you, too.
A lot of why we do this is just mostly there's just family who can't make it to games. Everybody's got to work. People move. That's why we do what we do.
All right, midfield, Meek with the steal. This is Kira. Kiri, that is. Mira and Kiri. I got to get my Meeks right. This is Mira. That's Mira. Mira turns, and a ground ball is an easy save there by Hutchins. Those numbers are way far away.
Yeah, they are. That was, double check, make sure I'm right. That was Kiri.
Okay, it was Kiri.
She's already got 5 shots on
I
goal.
know. She has plied her trade well here tonight. 8:40 to go in the first half. It's 1-0. Kiri Meek with the goal. Lawrence clears. After a nice long flurry by Lawrence, they have cooled off here. But now, here's Ward. It's a foot race, and it is won by Winslow. But Ward stays with it. And it goes out of bounds, though, off Ward. And Kaylin Pappas, good hustle there as well. And good hustle to run that loose ball down.
Where was the ball boy on that
I don't know. There's no ball boy on this side.
Right there. Just down the field.
All right, Pappas. Pass goes into Saka Page. Now in the middle, here comes Winslow. That's Mira Meek playing this side. Normally she's on the other side, but I think Kiri's out of the game. Possibly.
I think they switched sides.
Oh, yeah, okay, they
she's
did.
Over there.
Yep,
yeah.
they did switch sides. All right, throw in here by Kaylin Pappas. Pappas threw it right by the intended receiver. Kimball sweeps in, cleared it. Minahan took it away. Taking it back, though, is Rio. Boxed around. Lawrence trying to clear it. Goes off Rio. Lawrence with it again. The Bulldogs drive it out. And there's an O'Toole-ish kind of play, but a miss kick there by Bella Lubier. And let's see if Lawrence can take advantage. A one-hopper that was on goal by Maddie Provost, and a save is made there on the scoop by Lubier.
I think Provost shot that before she had to. She had some more space to press that and I think open up the cage to herself a bit more.
Off Ella Minahan's head at midfield. Minahan laid it back to her teammate.
You know the crazy thing is, Mike, and we'll obviously get into the stats at halftime, brought to you by Hammond Lumber. Second shot on goal for Lawrence. All that threat, that was just the second shot on goal.
Uh-oh, here's a Meek. Going to the net. The stop, the cut, the left-footed shot. Saved there in front by Hutchins.
That's Kiri again, and wow.
Kiri Meek with some dazzling moves, looking for her second goal of the game.
Nice play there by Hutchins, having to lay out and use every part of that frame.
All right, Lawrence will throw it in. 6:05 to go in the first half. They trail 1-0. That's out. Winslow will throw it in. Winslow won the first meeting 4-0.
Very early in the season.
Yeah, it was September 17th. Minahan. Check that nut, Minahan. Zoe Ward. Now another steal. That's a block in front by Elena Rio. Rolls through. Cleared out by Pappas. Now a drive, and it's wide.
Nice shot. Again, Lawrence has done a lot of this. Unfortunately, just not making Lubier have to make a play.
Didn't have to there. She'll punt it away here.
I mean, we'll see the first half highlights after we go through the first half breakdown. But Lawrence has definitely sustained more pressure, just unfortunately not putting shots anywhere near Lube here.
Lubier's clear, not great. Lawrence able to capitalize, get right on it, keep it right in the zone. Leah Gallant. Now Winslow on it up the sidelines to Meek. Loose ball to the middle. On it is Lawrence. Up looking for Provost, too far ahead, driven out. That's Meek. Midfield, Ward. Got it by Mira Meek there. Ella Manahan too far ahead. Clearing it out for the Winslow Black Raiders, Braden Parker. Now it's on the foot of Mira Meek. Mira up to Carey. Carey looking for Kimball. Back in the play for the Lawrence Bulldogs. Addison Lee, Kimball. Addison Lee might try an O'Toole move there, and she does.
Finally, I think a little bit stubborn there. I think ultimately that Brenton O'Toole for Winslow, the boys soccer team, never fails. It's back there, kick it out of bounds.
He's a master at it.
And again, there's nothing wrong with it because right there, you're flirting with giving up a breakaway to some really skilled offensive players.
Provost, look at her, walk the tightrope. Now to the middle, now to the left. She's got a lane to the goal. Provost fires, and a save is made there by Lubier. She shot it right on her. But some great moves by Maddie Provost.
That was a nice shot. Again, and Lubier's low, too. Just didn't get underneath it enough. I think you'd like to lift that.
Yep, you lift it a little bit, you got a shot at it. All right, midfield for Lawrence. A bouncy ball there, and Bulldogs have some problems with it. Meek is in there to try to defend, and now that's out of bounds, and I
believe off Winslow.
Yep, it went off Meek into Provost. Provost lost it, though, to Braden Parker. Provost with it back. Provost to the middle of the field, Pellerin. Pellerin, nice move. Pellerin starts the play, runs right into a defender. She won that battle. And going down hard there was Olivia Coldwell, and Coldwell is hurt. Pellerin smacked right into her. It was a clean play, but Coldwell took the worst of it, and we've got a whistle and a timeout on the field as they tend to Olivia Coldwell, who got absolutely trucked there by Pellerin. So we've got an injury timeout on the field. Could possibly, well, now she's up. She definitely is hurting, though, poor thing.
She needs a hand.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to speculate. Keep it to myself here as Coach Kimball comes out to try to give her a hand to get off the field, and it's going to take at least that. Now, as you can see, she lifted her right leg up. So I'm glad I didn't say what I was going to say, because what I thought was injured, not even close. And so she now is able to put weight on it, and Coldwell walks off the field to a hand with 2:39 left in the first half.
Yeah, hopefully Charlie horse or something like that.
Hopefully she can walk it off.
Anybody's had those. Whew.
All right, launch ball far side on a throw-in. They trail it 1-0, 2:32 left in the first half. They started the clock. Now they start the play. Winslow steals, and it's kicked right out of bounds, and doing it all over again is Sage Dougal. Dougal, the throw-in to Delisle. Delisle angles one. In front, Minahan knocked it down. Loose right there. We've got a whistle that's going to go to Winslow.
Handball would be my guess. There's no way it was offsides. Had to be handball.
So handball, and Ivanetto will get rid of it. Not really. Didn't get much on that. Midfield, though, or near midfield, Saka Page. Lost it to Lawrence. Bulldogs clear it up off the chest of a Winslow player. Now it's Ward for Lawrence. Zoe Ward kind of at no man's land there. Laid it back. And it is cleared ahead by Addison Lee. Lee for Delisle, too far ahead. Now it boxes around. Delisle almost ran into Ward there. Now Minahan. Now driving it in is Pellerin. Here's Provost. Provost makes a move. Back on the play. The shot. Oh, it's a slide save there by Bella Lubier. How many times tonight, 4 or 5 anyway, has Provost had that same play?
Again, just played a little bit too far ahead, so Lubier is able to come out before you even really get anything on it.
Yeah, Lubier comes out and scoops that up.
And credit Lubier because, again, it's a vet goalie play because sometimes goalies get a little timid. They're going to sit back there. She challenges it. She eliminates a shot opportunity.
All right, midfield. Here comes Winslow up 1-0 with under a minute to go, 50 seconds to go. Far side hat defended by Meek. Meek takes it away. Kiri Meek angles. Meek all the way. Meek deep in front trying to center it. It's cut off there by Hutchins. Always a threat.
Just ran out of angle.
Absolutely. There's only so much angle there. All right, Delisle left it for Ward. Yes. Ward blasts it in, and Lubier all the way out. And again, didn't need to come out and do that.
I think that one she's thinking boot that down in the half, but then you get that deflection. You're lucky it doesn't stay in play.
All right, Ward quick throw in, looking for Dougal. It's out, and Lawrence is going to run out of time here as the first half comes to an end. A very spirited, competitive first half between the Winslow Black Raiders and the Lawrence Bulldogs. The score at halftime is Winslow 1, Lawrence nothing. We will come back with halftime and our first half breakdown coming up after this on The Score.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, back here at the David Martin Athletic Conference. I've had problems with this before. Back here live at the David Martin Athletic Complex, where it is halftime, and it's time for our first half breakdown. It's brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partners since 1984. We had one goal in the first half, and it was scored at 13:45, and it was scored by someone who has scored one before, and that is Kiri Meek. She scored at 13:45 with the assist to Neto on the play. That was it, 1-0 in favor of Winslow. The corner kicks in the first half, 4 or 5, that is, for Lawrence. 5 for Lawrence and 0 for the Winslow Black Raiders.
Yeah, and as you'll see, I'll let you put a bow on the quarter breakdown, and we'll get into
All right, so our first half breakdown is brought
call.
to you by 201
Good
Service
call.
in Skowhegan.
Yeah, and so we'll show you, as Mike, Joe generously gives us the first half breakdown brought to you by 201 Service. We'll get into the first half highlights. And yeah, so that you would think, okay, 5-0 corner kicks, Lawrence has got to be dominating this.
Yeah.
Possession-wise, yeah.
Yep.
Shots on goal? No.
No, shots on goal, definitely. They have not been able to get it done. They have had a lot of pressure in the first half, that's for sure. Maddie Provost has had 4, 5, 6 of those left side break-ins where she angles in, sometimes a shot on goal. Most of the time it's been something wide, and so that hasn't worked out. And on the other hand, when you give somebody like one of the Meek sisters a little bit of an opening, in this case, Kiri Meek, give her just a small sliver of an opening, and that's all she needs, as you see right there. She scores at 13:45 to give Winslow the 1-0 lead, the lone goal here of the first half.
Yeah, and again, I think when Lawrence has had more sustained pressure. Provost specifically, I think she leads the team. Shots on goals, 9-3 Winslow. Provost leads Lawrence with 2 of those 3. But she would have more. Lubier's just gotten the better of that matchup, eliminating some shots, as you'll see. Right here's that's one of the shots, and that unfortunately for Provost, she probably wishes she could have back because she put that right on Lubier. But several of those opportunities have looked like that. She's played it just a little bit too far ahead, and Lubier's been ultra aggressive and come out and eliminate it before Provost could really put a boot to it. We've really only seen that precarious, maybe twice. I think you could argue there at the end of the half. She came out real far. It got a deflection, ended up going out of bounds. But there's one she tried to track it down. She gets caught out of the goal. It gets deflected around her. Defense bails you out. Lawrence, I think, with their sustained pressure, going to have to find a way to take advantage of the fact that Lubier's really aggressive getting out of the goal.
Halftime's brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner is Hammond Lumber. You can find them online at hammondlumber.com. So again, the corner kicks 5-0 in favor of Lawrence. I don't care if it's field hockey with the penalty corners. I don't care if it's soccer with the corner kicks. Stats sometimes are so deceiving, and we have seen that be the case in our field hockey game yesterday where Erskine Academy had, a 20-2 edge or something?
It was 10-0.
Yeah.
Penalty corners in the first quarter. They left the first quarter up 1-0, and it wasn't until Clark started her hat trick late in the third. It was 1-1.
And so here we're 5-0 in corner kicks in favor of Lawrence over Winslow, but the only goal of the game scored by Kiri Meek. And again, you can't lose sight of 14. You can't lose sight of 18, and Lawrence lost sight of 18.
Yeah, you saw in that goal a couple other chances there in that highlight. Actually, absolutely willing to show you again because it was such a cool play. Hutchins made a nice save and then got a little bit of help from the post as well. This one coming off the foot of it's going to come to Kimball here and receiving. Yep. And then Hutchins got a piece of it, and the post got the rest of it. And then Hutchins makes a nice recovery to get it out of there. One of the great saves. But again, it's also sort of a function. The stats, I think, are a little bit of function of both of these offenses. Lawrence, talking coach, right? We like to sustain. We attack from the wings. We've seen that with Provost. A lot of different players have scored. They've sustained pressure. Winslow wants to run the fast break, which means they're kind of caught chasing the ball a little bit, but then when they get going, it's a pretty good opportunity.
Exactly. And so we have seen the strategy that Ryan Mountain told us about, the way they like to play on the wings and go that way. That's where their strengths are with Delisle on one side and also on the other side, Zoe Ward and, of course, Maddie Provost on the near side. Yep. Maddie's going to be on the far side away from us in the second half, so we're not going to have the bird's eye view that we have here. But exactly the way that Coach Mountain told us that they played offense is how they played it. It's been effective, but they need to be better finishers.
Yeah, I think for both teams, because I think if you're Lawrence, knowing that you got the best, or Winslow got the best of you very early in the season, way back in mid-September, you got to think to yourself, okay, we lose 18, she scores a goal, Hutchins played really well. Guys, the chances are there. We've had so many breakaways, Provost specifically, but we've had so many chances. You guys cashing on 2 of those. 2, it's a 2-1 game, and there's been half a dozen easily. And so I think, Lawrence, you got to feel pretty good that you've been able to dominate possession. If you can just turn some of those to shots on goal, you got to feel like eventually you're going to get one past Lubier.
So Kiri Meek's goal is it in the first half, 13:45 the time of the goal. Winslow up by a score of 1-0. Halftime been presented by Hammond Lumber Company. Second half action is next on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse. Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
Or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our score crew back here live at the David Martin Athletic Complex here at Lawrence High School in Fairfield. We go to the second half. It's 1-0 Winslow and a goal by Kiri Meek. It'll be a Lawrence ball to start things off here in the second half. This is Kylie Delisle, ready to do her work. First of all, we need an opponent. And Winslow with a late huddle. Lawrence girls ready to go at it. It doesn't take long to cool off on a night like tonight.
Yeah, I will say it's ironic. Got to think Madison, their hospitality is second to none, but they've also become our barometer for what a cold night is.
Right.
Because that's what Mike and I said to each other when we got here. It's no Friday night in Madison.
No, it's not Friday night in Madison, that's for sure. Friday night in Madison is a whole different animal.
That was such a heck of a game.
It was a heck of a game. Taylor Pellerin clears it up. Meek tried to come away with it. Meek did come away with it. The other Meek. Now Delisle plays it ahead. They pooch it back, and it's kicked out of there by Bella Lubier. Provost, though, far side. Maddie spins around. Maddie with a pass. Down deep, and it's ridden off by Winslow. Raiders trying to break it out. They go to the middle. That's where the opening is. Kimball is there, but she misplayed it. Still loose. Up to midfield, driven back in by Lawrence. 1-0 Bulldogs. Provost in a foot race. Provost down the far side. Nice move. We've seen this before. Stops on a dime, passes it off. The shot is a save there by Bella Lubier. The dish off there to Zoe Ward.
And just a nice little touch there from Provost, making it real easy for Ward to come up and give it a good old boot.
Kiri Meek with a header. Lost it, though. Did Lawrence to Kimball. Back to Kiri Meek. Pass knocked down on the back line there by Alex Young. Or check that was Taylor Pellerin. 19. Pellerin cleared. Addison Lee. Stuffed. Lee. Kick to the side. Now it comes back to Kiri Meek. Give and go. Too much go. And back to get it is Lawrence. That's Taylor Hatt. Meek stuffed her, though, and it's out off Meek.
Break there for Winslow. She gave it to angle that, or the deflection angled just enough. It's actually a throw in.
Taylor Hatt will throw it in. Hatt goes into Dougal, back to Hatt. Hatt over a cluster of players, trying to get it ahead now to Delisle. Ward to Provost. Provost with a head of steam. She can fly. Provost is beaten to it there, and Elena Rio clears it off.
Just a little bit too strong off her foot there. A little bit of a whiff gave the breakout.
That's kind of been the story with Maddie tonight. A little too much off the end of the foot. She's played it ahead where she couldn't run it down several times. All right, deep to center. It's blocked. Boy, that looked good. Meek knocks it down. Meek. Here comes Winslow. This is Carey Meek. Meek to the middle for Kimball. Back into the play for the Lawrence Bulldogs is Neto. Now it's stolen by Kimball. Kimball back to Meek. It went by her, and Minahan has it.
And Meek got caught flat-footed there.
Keeping it in play for the Black Raiders is Adi Salanpa. Now down the right side, Winslow with control of it. It's blocked over there on the far side by Alex Young. Young fighting for it there with Salanpa. Throw in here for Lawrence. This has been a squeaker all the way. Meek with a steal. That's Mira.
Again, shots on goal.
Out.
So shots on goal heavily favor Winslow. Currently only one thus far in the second half. So 9-4 Winslow. Corner kicks, 5-0 Lawrence. Possession, Lawrence, I would say.
Another ball out. We are back at it Friday night. Couple of days off as we wind down our fall sports season. We're back at it Friday night football. We get a look at the Falmouth Navigators. That may not be a good thing for the Lawrence Bulldogs as that skips right on Bella Loubier. Might not be a good thing for the Messalonski Eagles because they are playing the Falmouth Navigators. Lawrence has already had their fill of Falmouth last week, and so Messalonski and Falmouth will play in Oakland on Friday night. 7 o'clock game time here on the Score. Then we wrap up the regular season in high school football with Waterville and MDI on Saturday afternoon at 1 from Drummond Field in Waterville. Provost deep. The angle, it's outside the box. Still loose, shot blocked. Back inside, the turn, the shot, right in front. It is cleared off by Winslow. Did not make the goalkeeper Loubier.
Defender right there did a nice job knocking it down.
That one's cleared out.
And again, it's sort of the story right there you see of Lawrence's first half, right?
Yep.
In there, chances. Loubier technically doesn't make a save.
All right, we have got a corner kick for Lawrence.
Shocker.
First one of the second half.
6th overall, every one of them a Bulldogs corner kick.
Here it is. In front. Provost trying to get that loose ball. Could not. Still loose there. Now it's pinballed out. And Meek is on it. Meek to Meek. Mira to Carey. Taken away midfield. Excellent defensive play by Alex Young. You don't see Meek defended like that very much.
I think she misplayed that. She wanted to curve it around it. Woo!
There's a collision, both getting up.
See, in the mid-state machine, it's a replay. Luckily, nothing too serious.
Tonight's game brought to you by the Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks always cost you less online at cmautogroup.com. 34-10 to go in the second half. It is 1-0 Winslow on a goal by Carey Meek. 13:45 of the first half. Midfield, that's Provost. Provost dancing around. That's kicked out.
Stick with the Bulldogs.
Quick throw into Provost. Provost pooches it ahead. Provost beats her defender. Provost in front, shot one hopper. Some lift was needed on that as well.
Tell you what, I not to say that soccer players are not physical. I mean, any sport, just like basketball or whatever, you may underestimate at certain times the physicality of it. I think you see Provost, being the slasher that she is, be able to handle the contact and drives a little bit better than your average player.
Yeah. She's been knocked down before.
Yeah. Just that balance, I can't remember what they call that in a drill, but is it contact balance, I believe is what it's called, is very, very high.
Right. Lots of experience there from her, that's for sure. Ball out.
And again, she's had another opportunity, maybe not the best shot. She didn't really have much angle, but she's been able to get that corner a lot of times tonight.
All right, throw in again, boxed out. Winslow will have it. Here it is, goes by Pellerin to Meek. And it's going to stay with Winslow. It's a free kick or a throw-in. I think it's a free kick. Yep.
Yeah, so, again, this is Lawrence, first half. Lawrence sustains possession, just can't do much with it. All of a sudden, Winslow threatens.
To the box. Knocked out of there by Alex Young. Provost on it. To Pellerin, back to Provost. Provost down the left side, cruising. Slowed, defended, taken away. Right back, though, on the foot of Ward. Ward up to the box. A long one there by Young. One hopper. Not sure if that was on goal, but Bella Lubier with it. It would have been wide.
It kind of had a little is it slice when it's left?
Well, it depends on which, if
she was right-footed.
Yeah, if that's a hook.
A hook, then. It had a little left-hand hook to it.
Kimball to Meek. Played it ahead. Kimball's got great speed, as you can see, but she got sealed off there by Taylor Hatt. Hatt cleared it up. It went out.
I think Lawrence, I don't think it's necessarily an adjustment. I think they were doing it a little bit, maybe just not as organized in the first half. But with Provost and Ward, I think being able to win offensively, they don't have to push up so much defensively, so I think they can do a better job sagging back to prevent Winslow from getting those fast breaks.
Taylor Pellerin, middle of the field, pass, now up the right side. Going is Sage Dougal. Dougal sets it up, shoots it, and it scoots right on in an easy save by Lubier.
A ton of space there. Nice recovery by the Winslow defense, but Dougal just couldn't get anything on it. And Winslow may have actually got a piece of that.
Header by Meek at midfield. Hatt. Kimball, they jockey for it, and Hatt from the Renton O'Toole School of Defense cleared it out. And quickly right back in. Gary Meek. Meek gets the pass back. Sweet move. Drops it inside the box and out of the net, Zoe Hutchins.
Just a little bit too far ahead, looking for Kimball, and somebody else converging there, just too far ahead of him.
The blast.
That was a heck of a boot.
To midfield, it's Mira. Over to Kiri. Kiri turns on the speed, but two Lawrence defenders there, led by number 15, Alex Young, who sealed the play off and cleared it out of bounds, though. And this will be Winslow's throw in here. Brianna Veyu.
I think she wants to go to Mira, but she's waiting for the whistle to say Mira wouldn't come and do it.
Pellerin with a deflection. Now that one rolls on and scooped up by Zoe Hutchins. Good boot up to midfield. That looked like a hand, didn't it?
Sure looked like it to me.
Yep. Ends up out off Winslow. Throw in here by Sage Dougal. Dougal ahead for Delisle. Delisle had it deflected out.
Delisle's last name must be O'Toole right there. Not boot. Get my defense back here.
All right, Dougal deflected. Pellerin.
Tell you what, fans have been steadily trickling in. Got a good showing here from both schools.
Absolutely. Dougal, good amount of noise. Like the noise.
I do too. And again, it's a big game.
It is.
We talked about pregame and we didn't touch on as much at halftime, but these are two very good teams.
All right, Pellerin playing up, disrupting that play. But unfortunately, it's going to go to Winslow. This will be a free kick.
I don't know. Obviously, a little bit tough to see. That's the far side for us. I'm a guess. Hold, a little bit of too much body contact. The whistle.
Pellerin, or check that was Zoe Ward who broke it up. Over to Pellerin. Now Ward deep. Provost, and coming out of the cage there was Lubier.
Tell you what, I will say, very impressed with both these goalies. They're both very good goalies.
All right, up to midfield. Ball rolls far side, and Kimball can't run it down, and it's Lawrence's throw-in. We are 12 minutes into the second half. One goal scored by Kiri Meek at 13:45, and that is it.
I was say, this is about the time, right? It's how the first half went. Lawrence dominating, and then 13 minutes in, Kiri gives Winslow the 1-0 lead.
Yep. Pellerin midfield. Lawrence with some numbers here over. The little pooch pass in front looking for Delisle cleared.
That Provost chipped that ahead. Unfortunately, I think she was going to Delisle, but ended up falling basically in the middle of Delisle and Ward there, which was a defender for Winslow.
Pass and a Ward. Ward. Past the intended receiver. Now back up the middle. Meek. Winslow with an opportunity here. Meek to Meek, didn't connect. Back his hat, though. Major foot race there. Adeline Salinpa kept it alive, and it went out off Lawrence. Pass towed down by Wilkie.
That was straight up hands.
Mamuris in the game for the Black Raiders. Number 13. Yeah, that was straight up hands.
She didn't go for the ball at all. She was trying to push some space there.
Meek. A header by Meek. It's loose, and coming out is Hutchins.
Hutchins a little bit lucky there. You're going to see on the mid. I don't want to say lucky. A little bit hesitant right there. I think you can come out and snag that. She waited a second, which luckily her defense boxed out Meek, but you got to go get that.
All right, that's out far side, midfield. Winslow throw in here. They lead it 1-0. Into Meek. To the middle. Played nicely by Winslow. Can they get it ahead to Kiri? No. Hatt is able to veer it off. Here comes Lawrence. Bulldogs looking for the equalizer. Back in the Winslow zone. Ends up out.
Just giving that one a quick boot, trying to get some defenders back before they get the throw in.
Provost. Drops it in for Ward. Back to Provost. And Provost blasted it off Meek. Provost into Pellerin. A battle between Pellerin and a Winslow player. Blasted all the way back into the Lawrence zone, all the way out.
That was a real nice defensive play there.
So Lawrence will throw it in. 25-15. Left in the second half. Meek. Mira up to Kiri. Kiri ahead of the play. Possibility here. It's a 2-on-none. The shot, score! And the Black Raiders lead is now 2-0. And I am trying to keep the eagle eye on the Winslow player. I think it was Elena Rio.
I think it's 12.
Is it 12? I thought it was 5.
Let's see. No, wait, it's a single digit.
Yeah, I think it's 5. Until I know otherwise, I'm going with Elena Rio. It's really hard to see those Winslow numbers when they turn a certain way.
let me just. I think it is 5. I think you're right.
15:23 at the time of the goal.
Oh!
In front.
Lubia caught out of the goal again.
She sure is a roamer sometimes, and that almost cost her.
She makes a great defensive play and then doesn't really get back quick enough for my liking.
I don't think she got back to her coach's liking either. Brian Kimball had to be holding his breath there. There's a card coming out.
I don't know how that's just a yellow. I don't know what the grounds are. You're going to see this. They get tangled up there and whoop. That 20 with the throw down there, Mike.
Yep, and that is Saka Page.
She got tangled up, I believe. I want to say it was Gagnon, but I don't think that's right.
So with 24:09 left, Page gets a card.
She's lucky it's just a yellow, too.
And this is a goal kick.
Free kick.
Excuse me, a free kick. And it'll be done by Taylor Pellerin. So Pellerin with a free kick. Zoe Hutchins. Or check that, Bella Lubier with a wall in front of Pellerin. And she mishit that, and she knew it. Very wide by Taylor. That's a rare mistake by her. She patrols that middle of the field as good as anybody. But that kick definitely mishit. And here to get rid of it, Bella Lubier. Kind of a knuckler up to midfield. Lawrence down 2. They really need to turn up the offense. Winslow scored their second goal on basically a 2-on-none. All right, pooched back, and it is driven out of there by Lubier. Up to midfield to Meek. Meek with a great fake, turns to the middle. Off the chest there of Minahan. Lawrence got to get right on it and get it out of there. They can't. It's Mira. Mira almost had it picked off by Young. Now Meek. Mira Meek trying to go to the net with sister Kira. It is boxed around in front. It is still loose, and we had a whistle there, and we are going to get a corner kick.
First one for Winslow. Okay.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure at this point, Mike, the goal actually for the second goal for Winslow belongs to number 8, Emily Dagnall.
Okay. There's a name neither one of us mentioned. Here's the corner kick. That's blocked in front. And they're going to do it again?
No, not corners throwing.
All right, so Dagnall gets the goal based on the Mid-State Machine replay. Either way, it's 2-0. That I do know. So Dagnall forces Lawrence really to crank things up offensively. You got to really look offense. 22 minutes left. Winslow won the first meeting 4-0. Here's Meek trying to go around Minahan. This is Mira. Over to Kiri. Centered it. And riding it off there is Gallant, but she couldn't get it out of the zone. Kept alive there. Smart play by Mamoris. Mamoris. It deflects off. Mamoris kept it alive. She goes to the net. Mamoris with a shot and a save by Hutchins. Good work, though, by the Winslow offense. And also burning up some precious time to go with it. Cleared back in. Lawrence. London Wilkie. Now it's Minahan. Skimmed off the head there of Zoe Ward. Violation called on Winslow.
So I was tracking down I'm pretty, 99% sure it's Dagnall. I just say that Page yellow card, we've seen tackles in football games not that violent.
Mamoris stopped by Minahan. Ella clears it in. Does it again. Just like a game of pinball. Winslow back.
And Lauren, still obviously 20 minutes to go, but Lauren, you got to be frustrated because you've really sustained a lot of pressure.
Yep.
And you're down 2-0.
Very frustrating night. Here's London Wilkie.
Well, Moore's got to be careful with those hands, man.
Deflects off Minahan. Deflects to the middle of the field. Taylor Pellerin with it. Pellerin had it taken away by Kimball. Now it's Meek to Kimball. She can motor. A little bit too far ahead. Runs it down in the corner. Fights for it there with Addison Lee, and it's out of bounds.
Tell you what, between Kimball and Mamoris, they may be some of the smaller girls on the field. They make up for it by they're gonna push and shove you. They're gonna take you right to where the ref's gonna let them to make sure they get as much of an edge as they can.
Not gonna be easy. 20 minutes to go. 2-0 Winslow. Kiri Meek and Emily Dagnall, the goals. Lawrence not able to retain possession. Winslow drives it into the Lawrence zone, but it's out of bounds on the far side. Bulldogs throw it in. Stopped there by Mamoris. Meek to midfield. Minahan, it pins balls off Kimball. Kimball tried to go over on the left side to Mamoris, and the pass was deflected away by Lawrence. Middle of the field to Lyle. Minahan right back. Now deflects up to Ward. Zoe Ward turns down the field. She sends it. Deflected. Winslow.
If Winslow was willing to concede that throw in, but Provost kept it in.
Cleared out of there. Winslow trying to hang with it at midfield. Lawrence on it, though. Now driven back in by Winslow with 18.5 minutes to go. Far side Young. A little push there, a little elbow action.
The chippiness getting going up a little bit here.
I like the chippiness.
It's a 7-10 matchup again. Both these teams, Winslow's 9-3-1, Lawrence is 8-4-1. They are good teams. This is a big game late in the season.
All right, up the far side of Provo. She can't run it down. It's out anyway.
I say, Mike, looking at the numbers, the other thing we talked about, Lawrence sustaining pressure, just being frustrated because they've had more possession, more threats, but not the shots on goal. They've outshot Winslow in the second half 4-2, but Winslow's got the goal here in the second half.
I know. We don't know the particulars of the first game these two teams played other than the fact that Winslow won it 4-0. I'm very curious as to what the numbers, the stats were aside from the goals.
Right. I would be curious
based on what we've seen here. Middle of the field. Driven back in. Winslow zone. Up to Memoris. Nice play. Got around Happ. That doesn't happen very much. Taylor Happ, though, hustles, gets back into the play. She gets thrown to the ground there by Memoris. Memoris fighting for it there. London Wilkie is actually who got thrown to the ground. Now that's Taylor Happ back into the play, and it's out of bounds.
There you go.
And it's out off Lawrence.
I think would have warranted. I think very much could have warranted it.
Yep.
It depends on your view, I think, of that Michael Jordan play against Russell in the finals. If you're cool with that, then that was fine.
Going back a little while with an interesting reference. All right, it's a corner kick, and it's Elena Rio. Raiders up 2-0, looking for more. The blast deflected off the thigh, still loose in front. Memoris with a kick at it, and it bounces away. And Winslow's able to keep it in bounds, though. Raiders keep it alive, and Gagnon, or check that, Dagnalt clears it out. It's going to go to Lawrence.
I don't think that ever quite got to Hutchins. No, it did not. And nice job by Lawrence defense, but good. Morris had a chance.
Going to be a throw in here, I think, for Lawrence. Yes.
Yeah, I got wholesale subs coming in. Physicality in this one's ramped up the last 10 minutes or maybe a little less than that. But
Wilkie goes into Dougal. Dougal bombs away, but nobody back there in blue. And Rio back to get it. Deflected by Delisle. Provost back to Delisle. Delisle right side. That's nicely kicked up by Rio. Dougal. Long drive by Pellerin is wide.
Trying to hook that up towards the goal and just got pretty flush with it and just kicked it straight ahead. Yeah, it was 9-3 shots on goal, Winslow at half. Right now, Winslow has 11 shots on goal, so they've picked up 2. Lawrence, though, on the other hand, had 3 at half, and they have 7. So they've outshot Winslow 4-2 here in the second half.
Intercepted by Provost, trying to get it ahead there for Delisle, and it's cleared away. Delisle hustles over. There's a push. They bump each other again.
That last one was with intent.
Dougal jumps in. Some good chippiness. To Delisle, Dougal trying to get it to the net. Can't. Defended well here by Winslow. A lot of possession here by Lawrence, but that's about it. That's blasted out off Winslow. Excuse me, off Lawrence.
I think they both, it's kind of a simultaneous kick there.
Winslow throw in here. 14:20 left in the second half. 2-0 Winslow. Goal in the first half by Kiri Meek, that is. Goal in the second half by Emily Dagnalt. Pass in, Ward has it go by her. Minahan jumps up, deflected. Here's Kimball. Kimball stuffed. Young got in the play. Kimball down. Kimball trying to get up and walk it off. Boy, she is a tiny little thing.
Her and Morris, man, they'll fight you. Let's say on the Neto with the assist, the helper on the Meek goal, and then Kiri Meek goal. Kiri Meek the helper on the Dagnall goal.
So Kiri has 2 points tonight.
Yeah, 1 goal, 1 helper.
Lawrence down 2-0. Ward drives it down. There's Provost. Provost comes away with it. Cuts to the net. Provost to some open space. Back to Pellerin. Pellerin high and wide. That's been her MO tonight.
Just having trouble locking that down. Provost, another nice drive yet again. Unfortunately, has been the story for most of the night for Lawrence. Just not much coming out of it.
13 minutes left. And Lubier.
I don't know that
Winslow
I like
with a little bit of careless play here.
I was gonna say, I don't like the way this is unfolding.
No, if you're Winslow, you don't like it at all. Morris jumps back into the play and bails him out. She is stopped at midfield by London Wilkie. Raiders stick with it, though. Back over midfield. Morris fighting Wilkie for it. Loose ball, Dougal. Back into the Lawrence zone. Good battle. Here's Morris. Morris and Wilkie. They're going at it, aren't they?
Yeah.
Wilkie comes away with it. Right up the sideline. It's out.
Right there. That one's been in front of us here this last 10 minutes, and it has been physical, and it has been good.
All right, couple of subs coming in for Winslow. One of them, one of the Meek sisters. That's Mira coming in. And a throw in here for the Raiders. This is Kaylin Pappas, and
whistle here.
They blow that dead.
Oh, Winslow subs hadn't quite got off the field yet.
All right, Pappas to Meek. It's Mira. Knocks it down with her hips. Prying it out of there, Ward. Ward ahead for Provost, but play is broken up by Salinpa. Far side. Lawrence in control of it. 11:15 left in the second half. Ball's out. Winslow, after Lawrence knocked it out with the throw-in. Kimball knocked down. Play to midfield. Mira Meek. Pops it up. A miss hit. A clear, but Meek on it. Meek goes to the net. Meek fires over the crossbar. That was Kiri. Oh, so close to 3-0.
That is a nice move there. Again, a little lackadaisical from the Lawrence defense, and Meek nearly makes them pay for it.
All right, Hutchins. Don't get much on that. Gary Meek kept it alive. Minahan, now it's dropped in. And Lubier, a fumble there, a fumble there, but she comes away with it.
Now let that one get into her body.
High punt, knocked down by Mira. All right, Lawrence on it. Bulldogs trying to get a breakout. They've been held in check here in the whole game, but especially with chances in the second half.
At seven,
been few and far between.
7 total shots on goal. I feel like some of their non-shots on goal have been more credible threats than some of their shots on goal.
Trying to make something happen in the corner. That's Dougal, I believe. It's one. All right, it's Zoe Ward.
That corner kick here.
A corner kick.
7 for the Bulldogs.
9:20 to go. Be nice to convert on this. In front, knocked away by Winslow. Lawrence comes away with nothing. To Kimball. Tripped up a little bit, but it goes over to Meek. Back to Meek. Meek down the far side. We got a serious race. Salinpa broken up there by Taylor Hatt. Hatt up the sideline, stolen by Meek. This is Keary. Keary in the middle. The shot is wide, or check that it's deflected. I think it would have gone wide, though. Back up to midfield. Turning. Going offense now is Taylor Pellerin. Down the far side. What do we got there?
Fans booing Provost. Take a look here. I think inadvertent. It's going to go to Winslow, I think, basically on a trip, but Provost, I think, was trying to kick the ball right as Mira kind of cut across. I'm okay with that being a no call.
All right, Kimball weaving. Down the far side. Minahan trying to defend it. Lawrence has numbers there.
Uh-oh.
Young deflected by Meek. Now Kimball off the chest. Turns to the net. Got it inside the box or at the box. Cleared out. Lawrence got to turn it upfield. Kylie Delisle for Provost. Provost knocks it down. Overran it, though. Winslow clears.
Good
7.5
defense.
to go. Yes.
That had a chance to be a breakaway because Winslow was kind of sucked up offensively.
Keary over to Kimball. Kimball comes up a little bit lame. She couldn't run that ball down. Inside, Salinpa. Salinpa gets a loose ball, but sliding out of there is Hutchins to come away with it.
Yeah, and Hutchins takes offense there to that slide tackle, and I would too. That was clearly not going to be yours. It was played way ahead.
Hutchins with the punt. 7 minutes exactly. Keeping it in play, Delisle. Now Delisle defended, and it's out. A throw in here for Sage Dougal. She's going to be sub for.
At some point here, Lawrence is going to have to go for broke. I mean, I know you don't want to give the breakaway, but at some point you're going to have to push. You're going to have to get everybody up.
All right, Pellerin with the throw in. Off a Winslow body. Loose to Delisle. Some pushing and shoving there. Ward trying to ward off a Winslow player. Ball ends up out. Lawrence playing quickly to the net. The shot is deflected. Back outside, Minahan. Minahan trying to go on Meek. Provost to Pellerin. Pellerin slows it down. Pellerin right side. 5:50 to go. Long shot is tipped, and it's over the net.
That was a nice play. Delisle got just enough of that.
That was close.
That was a heck of a shot and then an even better save.
So corner kick, good save by Bella Lubier. We got a corner kick here for Lawrence. 5:25 left. They trail by 2-0. Here it is. In front, easy stop there by Lubier.
Yeah, too shallow on that.
Winslow clears it out. Meek, great handle. Way back into the Lawrence zone, and it's run off there by Hatt. Hatt fighting for it over there. Goes out.
You're Winslow at this point, right? You're good. You want to get it down to one of these corners and just play keep away. And
Sure.
you lose it down there, Lawrence got to go the whole length of the field. I mean, yeah, it'd be great to be up 3-0, but you're up 2.
Up for Kimball, too far. That is too far. Salinpa picks it off. London Wilkie up the sideline. Wilkie got it up to Bianca Wright. Wright, one of the seniors, getting some playing time here late. Driven out by Pellerin. Back in. Lawrence just not able to get the offense going. Down the sidelines, Provost hustles. Provost comes away with it. Provost to Ward, too far ahead of her. Now to Meek. 4 minutes to go. Winslow with it, middle of the field, over to Salinpa. Salinpa ahead for Kimball. Kimball.
Page was offsides.
Yep, okay.
She hanging her head. And I think a little bit rightfully so. You could clearly see where the line of the defense is, and she's calling for it, and that's her teammate assuming she's on sides. She could have backed up a little bit, and they could have potentially just drugged this down into this end.
All right, they look for the right spot. Here's Taylor Hatt. Ooh, slipped and fell. The grass, of course, getting wet as the night air makes it damp. Devaney Kimball over to Meek. Great fake. Meek ahead for Kimball. Can Kimball run it down? She's got it. And sliding out and making the save there is Hutchins.
Heads up play from an experienced goaltender. There's a nice job by Hutchins. As that thread through, Kimball has got a chance to go one-on-one with you. She stops that.
Here's Meek. It's a game of glorified keep away now for Winslow with a 2-zip lead and 2:45 to go. As long as you got possession of the ball. Meek to Meek. Kiri to Mira. Broken up, back to midfield. Lawrence breaks it up. That's Provost. Didn't have it long, though. Gets by Bianca Wright to midfield to Salinpa. Wright, though, ends up with a loose ball. Middle of the field to Lyle. Pinballed around. Salinpa missed it, driven down by London Wilkie. Not very far, though. By Salinpa. Wilkie. In the middle for Pellerin. Pellerin with a long one and a one-hopper, and Lubier comes up with that. 2 minutes to go. So Winslow is going to sweep the season series and get a much-needed win, not because of their record is bad or anything, but just because of heel points.
Again, 9-3-1 coming into this game, 7th. And for Lawrence, they see you're going to move it up here to try and speed this up, but give Winslow a break because they don't have to be in any rush to kick this.
Minute and a half. Time is on their side. Midfield, Provost. Got it ahead for Delisle. Kylie Delisle back over to Provost. Nope, now it's over to Provost, and it didn't get there. To midfield, Winslow with it. Meek. Young swept it away. Winslow comes away with it, though, ahead to Meek. Meek finds open space. Meek with a blast and a save is made by Zoe Hutchins.
I thought she was going to dish that off. Looked like she had Paige there, and now she just lined it up and unloaded the foot cannon.
All right, down to midfield, it's Delisle. Over to right. Tripped up. Salinpa keeps it in play to the middle. That's where you want it. Right with 25 seconds left. Back to Salinpa now. Knocked down by Hatt. Great move by Meek. Meek. It won't make it. It's jumped on there by Hutchins, but 10 seconds to go. And the Winslow Black Raiders will have a short, happy bus ride home.
I say there, I think I saw a little bit of veteran play. Meek just wanted to bury that in the corner.
And that's it. The Winslow Black Raiders go 2 for 2 this year against the Lawrence Bulldogs. The final score in this one, the Winslow Black Raiders 2, the Lawrence Bulldogs 0. Our postgame show and our score player of the game coming up after this here on The Score.
At Hite Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned, financing or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Hite Chevy. Hite Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Hite family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a bi-weekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins, KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
For the safety of you and your family, 201 Tire Battery and Service on Riverside Drive in Vassalboro offers only the best and most reliable tires and batteries, including used batteries for your ride, cars, motorcycles, and more. And tires for everything. Tractors, lawnmowers, your car and truck. Custom rims? Yup, of course. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 until 5, Friday till 3. Pet friendly with free battery testing and complimentary ice cream. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta-Vassalboro line.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight back here at the David Martin Athletic Complex here at Lawrence High School in Fairfield. Time for our second half breakdown. It's brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. And the second half breakdown, very similar in content to the first half breakdown, other than the fact that the goal scorer is different. The first half breakdown consisted of us telling you that Kiri Meek scored the only goal of the first half. The second half breakdown consists of us telling you that Emily Dagnall scored the second goal of the night for the Lawrence Bulldogs. It came at 15:23 from Kiri Meek, and it made it 2-0, and there it is right there going into the net. And that was it, 2-0 the final score. The final corner kick breakdown in this one, 8 corner kicks for Lawrence and 2 for the Winslow Black Raiders. And again, for the second day in a row, you see how deceptive stats can be. We had a crazy advantage for Erskine Academy over Winslow in field hockey yesterday in penalty corners. I don't know if it's a crazy advantage, but a good advantage, a good healthy advantage by Lawrence over Winslow tonight in corner kicks, and it did not matter.
No, again, I think, Lawrence, you're going to look back at this one and really kick yourself. Show you the whole game highlights here as we go through the 201 service breakdown. But the story of the night was Lawrence dominated, I think, possession-wise. Unfortunately, the scoreboard read 2-0, and it was just two sort of Meek, as you'll see, because we're showing you the whole highlights from the game for the first half, kind of gets left alone, can't do that. And then in the second half, you just get a breakaway, and it was Dagnall, Emma Morris. Here's the first goal. You can't leave her all by herself. She makes a great play as Hutchin tries to save that one. That's 1-0. And then, the Dagnall goal we showed you because that was part of the second half breakdown. She's just a breakaway. Emma Morris with her. It's 2-0. Hutchins does what she can, but goalie's stuck in that situation. Lawrence had their chances. They just shots on. You talk about the corner kick. Despite the fact it was 8-2, Lawrence for corner kicks. They dominated possession-wise. Shots on goal, 13-8 Winslow.
Yeah, and that matters too, of course. So a season series sweep by the Winslow Black Raiders, and I think, philosophy that you have to live by when you play Winslow is you can't lose the Meeks, and they lost one of the Meeks. That was Kiri, the first goal, and you lose track of her, and nothing good usually happens from it, and it did not, as she showed her great skills there, and as it turned out, the only goal that Winslow would need. So, Winslow is a solid team. It's going to move up a little bit in the latest teal points. Not sure how far, but from their 7th position, 6 definitely, maybe 5.
Yeah, I think they're pretty comfortable there. I think Lawrence was too. He said there's a kind of a big drop off there. Again, Class B North, so girls soccer, much like Class B North, girls field hockey is, as you say all the time, throw a blanket over it. You're gonna cover up a bunch of good teams. Saw it here. Obviously, don't advocate for over physicality, but I think we saw it. You'll highlights, and I'll happily show you one more time. had a yellow card here, and I think one of the more obvious yellow cards that we have seen all game as Paige in the
down.
I give you a correct number. That was Paige, I think. Wrong roster. Pellerin. Paige and Pellerin got tied up, and Paige then untied the both of them, got the yellow card. But it meant something to both these teams. We had a good crowd, too. One of our better crowds we've
Good
seen.
atmosphere here tonight. Good game here tonight. A 2-0 game with a good turnout from both Winslow and from Lawrence. We're back at it Friday night high school football. Falmouth will be at Meso. We get a look at the Navigators. Game time Friday night, 7 o'clock. Our pregame show, 6:45. High school football Saturday afternoon. 8-man football, our first look at 8-man ball this year. MDI is at Waterville Saturday afternoon from Drummond Field. Game time is at 1 o'clock.
So, Mike, who's our player of the game?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Our player of the game, well, it's Carrie Meek, because Carrie Meek had a goal and an assist, and so she is our Flagship Cinemas player of the game. Flagship Cinemas, consistent pricing and a premium cinema experience. She gets the CMCC bag of swag. Inside that bag is a ticket to go to the movies at Flagship Cinema, along with a Score t-shirt and a fabulous Score player of the game keychain. So congratulations to Carrie Meek of Winslow, our Flagship Cinemas Score player of the game.
Yeah, seen her twice, player of the game. I can't remember which one of the Meeks. I think last year when we had Winslow Girls Soccer was also player of the game, so they're kind of Abby Moraling it up. We get them on the broadcast. She collects the honors, but she's a great player. And we talk, you and I have obviously seen an extensive amount of field hockey this season. When we talk a lot about how much of a difference, even as talented as roster is. I think Lawrence, top to bottom, pretty good roster. The difference might be the fact that the Meek girl, especially Kiri, but the Meek sisters are stars, or finishers.
They sure
Force
are.
multipliers.
So we'll talk to you next on Friday night from Meso for Meso and Falmouth Field Hockey. For Chaz Wing, for Ashley Knight, for AJ Knight, Mike Violet saying good night from the David Martin Athletic Complex here in Fairfield. Final score here tonight in girls soccer, Winslow Black Raiders 2, Lawrence Bulldogs 0.
You've been watching yet another live local broadcast of high school sports on The Score. It's brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Midstate Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, Assistance Plus, SBS Carbon Copy, Manchester Motors, Casella Waste, Computer Improvements, Height Chevrolet, 201 Service Skowhegan, Connected Credit Union, KVFCU, Skowhegan Savings Bank, Skowhegan Tire Center, KMD Driving School, and Flagship Cinemas. Every game we do on The Score is always available for you to watch again or have someone else watch for the first time. All of our games are stored in the vault at CentralMaineSports.com and also on The Score's YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe. To find out when the next game is on The Score, check out our game schedule at 1160thescore.com or CentralMaineSports.com. Your team from your town plays here on the place for local sports, The Score.